Chapter 13. Natural Sparkling Wine. Cava Production. Natural Sparkling Wine. Natural sparkling wine, Cava, is obtained by the second fermentation of wine, for which sugar and yeast have been added. Definition of Cava. Cava is a quality sparkling wine which gives its name to the denomination of origin where it is produced. This region consists of a total of 159 municipalities that make up its production area. Most of them are located in Catalonia, which produces over 99% of its production, the Penedès region being the main area with 95% of production, and more specifically the town of Sant Sadurní d'Anoia, the Cava capital, with 75% of total production. How Cava is made. Cava is made by the Champenoise method and ages in the same bottle that it has been fermented in. 1. How to obtain the base wine. At Maset del Geo, we separately vinify grape varieties such as Xarel·lo, Macabeo, and Parellada to make 3 wines which are then blended in suitable proportions. An important feature is that the grape of alcohol of the base wine is moderate and not very high, but it will produce some more degrees of alcohol in the second fermentation in the bottle. 2. Bottling the base wine and adding the tirage liquor. The tirage liquor is only wine and sugar, which is added to cause the second fermentation. It is added along with yeast and 23 grams of sugar to each bottle. For every 4 grams of added sugar, 1 atmosphere of pressure is generated inside the bottle. The bottle is then sealed with a metal cap. Obviously, at the start of fermentation, carbon dioxide is produced and pressure in the bottle increases to the anticipated level. 3. Fermentation phase. The fermentation phase begins when the yeasts eat the sugar and produce a bit more alcohol and CO2 gas that is so characteristic of Cava. The fermentation phase lasts a minimum of 9 months. At this stage, it is important for the fermentation to be as slow as possible if we want to get true sparkling quality. In fact, although the minimum is 9 months, at Maset del Geo we make Cavas which have spent 12, 18, 24 months in the bottle and up to 3 years. A. Riddling phase. Once the tirage has been done, the bottles are stacked horizontally and the yeast starts to work to produce carbon dioxide and cloudiness due to the formation of lees, which are substances in suspension. The remains of grapes and blend are a determining factor for good quality champagne. B. Racking phase. We remove the lees by turning the bottle to a vertical position so that they are on an angle, inclined. This is a movement which is done carefully, usually bottle by bottle. Sudden movements are undesirable for the quality of the wine, mainly because they compromise the normal process of yeast autolysis, which is the process by which the yeast, once it has finished fermenting, disintegrates, thereby releasing a chemical, amine group, in combination with other substances in wine aroma compounds, eventually producing high-quality sparkling wine. C. Depunta phase. This is when the bottle is riddled or turned so that the neck faces downwards and the lees collect in the neck of the bottle, ready to be removed. The bottles are then turned once more until they come to a vertical position. At Maset del Geo, we carry out 2 types of turning. The first is manual and is reserved for our top quality Cavas, and the second is mechanical and is done by gyrating pallets, which greatly aid work when dealing with large productions of Cava. 4. Disgorgement. Once the bottles have returned to their vertical position, the lees have settled in the neck of the bottle, whereupon the neck is frozen to form a block of ice containing all the lees. The removal of the lees is far easier now and prevents loss of carbon dioxide and liquid. 5. Dosage liquor. This is when a certain amount of sugar is added to the Cava depending on the desired level of sweetness. as follows. Brut Nature Cava. This sparkling wine has no added sugar. Brut Cava. This wine has less than 15 grams per litre. At Maset del Geo, we add 5 grams of sugar to the bottle. Demi-sec Cava. This sparkling wine has between 30 and 50 grams of sugar added per litre. At Maset del Geo, we add 30 grams to each bottle.